Hey guys, every parliamentarian in Jamaica, whether they are in the opposition or in the governing party, have a right under the Constitution guaranteed by section 55 subsection 1 to table a bill in the parliament. When the leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, comes out and call for parliamentarians to be indicted or recalled through the process of impeachment, this is all for show, because like every other parliamentarian, Mr. Golding has the right under the Jamaican Constitution to table a bill that would allow for the impeachment of any parliamentarian who have stepped outside the rules of the parliament or have committed, in his view, breaches, whether they be legal or in terms of character. What they failed to do or what they did, as long as you can prove it, that those parliamentarians will be removed through the process of impeachment. So the idea that Mr. Golding is renewing his call for legislation to do that, is he serious, or is it just smoke and mirror because you want to create hysteria in the society? Well, let me explain something to you. Mr. Golding and any member of the opposition can prepare a bill, put it on the agenda to be discussed in the parliament. And it's a great idea to do it, because I think every well-thinking Jamaican want to ensure that the people who are put in positions of leadership, who are going to legislate, are of the highest character. And if Mr. Golding is serious, Mr. Golding has the right to table any legislation he wants for debate. And here's what that does. That allows for, when that bill comes up for discussion, to see who is going to vote against it. That's how the process is supposed to work. Who is going to vote against a bill for impeachment? I don't think anybody should, because if you're put in positions of power to legislate on behalf of the Jamaican people, and you want to vote against a bill that deals with ethics, then that would send a clear message to the Jamaican voter that you are not worthy to be sitting in the parliament because you feel like you should be exempt from the laws of our country. Doesn't make any kind of sense. So Mr. Golding, you have every right to craft legislation, bring it to the floor of the House for discussion, and let the chips fall where they may. What is theatrics is when you go out and keep renewing this call when we live in, and our country is a country of laws. It is a country of laws, and you are a legislator. So you have every right, sir, to draft legislation and bring it to the floor of the House for discussion. Don't go in front of a microphone and be renewing call as if somebody is blocking you from doing it. Nobody can block you, sir. You have the right, Mark Golding, to take action. Take action. And if there's anybody who wants to vote against that legislation, let them vote against it, and then you can come out and talk about that. Yes, do that. But here's a caveat I want to add to it, Mr. Golding. I have done several articles, and I've asked you, Mr. Golding, in the same breath, because now you like to talk and you like to pontificate and you like to pretend like you're doing something when you're not. All you're doing is politicking. I challenge you now, right now, I would support you, Mr. Mark Golding. I would be one Jamaican who would support you on that legislation that would create a law that makes it possible for parliamentarians to be impeached and removed from their positions if they breach our laws, whether ethically or legally. How about that, sir? I'll support you. But here's another thing. I also want you to come out and speak on this. And here's what that is. I want you to come out and say that your party, the People's National Party, your party will support no criminals in your party. 1, no criminals in your party. And 2, that you denounce criminality, gang violence, and any support from any criminal, gangster, don, or anybody who supports criminality in our country. I am challenging you, Mr. Golding, to do that. Come out and make that unequivocal statement that you want no part of any support from criminals, their affiliates, those who harbor criminals. You want no criminals in your party as political representatives, and you want no support from criminals. I want you to do that, sir. I'm challenging you today to do that. Do that, and I will support you on that impeachment legislation, but you have to write that legislation and table it in the House. Not just talk about it, brother. Do it. You're a parliamentarian. You have every right to write a piece of legislation. You're a lawyer. Write a piece of legislation and bring it to the floor of the House for discussion, and I will support you. But you first have to come out and denounce criminality, denounce criminals in your party, and denounce any support and unequivocally state that you want no support from criminals in your party. That's my challenge to you, Mark Golden. Let's do this.